Okay, let's see if I can actually do this from my computer. Okay. I'm tired. If anybody's in here so far, I'm tired. Look at these eyes. This is the eyes of a tired man. Oh shoot. Hello everybody. Make sure your gifts are turned on because I'm going to probably give out some gifts. Um some membership gifts on this stream. I was supposed to be out at the new house. Um, and Jason is sick. He's been sick for a couple days, and I can't lift that stuff on my own. So I'm like, screw it. Let's just go live from my computer and see if it actually works. Holy crap, everybody's in here. I have subscriber mode turned on, so you can't comment unless you're a subscriber. I may be making some new mods in here too, because every time I go live on not a members only thing, I usually get weirdos in here. So, oh, it feels really good out today. It's like it's supposed to be 70 to 74. And I really would like to be out that house. I may go out there on my own a little bit later and actually, you know, do some work. But there's so much to do at that house, man. Yeah, but Jace got I had one of those nights where I tried to go to bed early and it just wasn't happening. So I got up and messed around a little bit and then went back to bed, then got up and then back to bed and over and over and over. I don't think I actually fell asleep until 4 or after, and I still had to get up at 10. And then once Jason got here, he was still too sick to work. And I'm like, you need to go home because I can't be around you. Like, if you're still hacking and coughing and stuff, I don't want you out there. Like, we're going to have to haul so much crap from that house up to the dumpster. And like, you're not going to be able to do that if you're hacking and coughing. So, this is Carol, it says mods, I'm not a member. How am I allowed on here? So this is a public live today. I decided to go public. And the only way that people can comment or chat on the video is if they're subscribed. So this is a subscriber thing. One of the reasons I'm doing that is because here in just a bit I'm going to gift out like 100 memberships. But I want more people to get in here before I do that so that more people have a chance. As far as I know, you'll have to Google how to do this, but as far as I'm aware, if you click the join button and then don't buy a membership, then click the 3 dots. There's like a 3 dots or a setting button. And when you go in there, there will be a toggle that says, allow me to receive gifted memberships, and make sure that that's on. And the membership gifting is I don't pick who gets that. That's all randomized. So you'll want to make sure that you've got that on. I think the way it works is that it prioritizes people who interact and go on multiple lives and stuff like that. So this is all YouTube doing its own thing. Yeah, I like the room quite a bit. I spent a lot of time on here. And this part over here, let me see if I can get my thumb to. I can never like. There we go. That part there was a total accident. The way it goes right into the wall like that, and it's all perfectly lined up. Total accident. Also, sorry if I'm in this position a lot because I'm on a big screen. So my camera's up here, my screen's down here, and chat is over here, and it's just I'm sitting so close to the computer that it makes me look like I'm just randomly staring off into space. All right, let me see if I can give some memberships. Let's see if I should have 10 for free, and then I think I'm going to do like 100 um, just out of my own pocket. Let's see. Let's see if I can do. I said, let's see. I'm trying to see. I don't put up with not seeing. All right, let me go on my channel. I said my channel. Click on my live. Make make sure my sound is turned down so it doesn't get weird. It's getting weird, man. All right, skip the ad because screw that ad. Load up. Okay. Load up. This is fun. This is a fun live right here, watching me mess around on my phone. Let me. It's not. It's not loading the. All right. Go back into it again. There we go. Okay, now membership gifting. Okay, I'm going to gift 50 memberships because that's $250 out of my own pocket. So, all right, here we go. 50 memberships coming right up. If it doesn't make me put in my stupid password again. It makes me put it in. Okay, so let me do this on the computer. All right. So YouTube. We go on my channel. Live. And let me now go to that membership gifting. Okay, here comes 5 free ones. Now, membership gifting. Again, here comes another 5 free ones. Get ready. Here it comes. It's in 5. Bam. Blood owl. Okay, now get ready. Here it comes. Membership gifting. Here comes 50 right in your face. Ready? 50's coming up. Blood owl, 50 memberships right in your face. Hell yeah. Thank you, me. Okay, now here in a minute, I'm gonna tell people how to access Discord because I get asked this all the time, and I don't have the time to, like, tell people over and over again how to do it. I get asked dozens of times per week. Again, if you didn't get a membership, I apologize, but YouTube does it randomly. I would do another 50, but that's $250. That's a lot of money. Okay, I wanna wait to see, um, wait to make sure that's cleared out and see everybody who got the gifts. Okay, it's still going. Okay, I think that may be it. I think it may have sent all the gifts that can be gifted. No, it's still going. Holy crap. Oh, yeah, hats. Um, I'll have to show you some of the new hats that I got. Okay, I'll let that filter out real quick, and I'll go get my new hat. I'll be right back, and then we'll talk about Discord. Okay, now I can kill this. I can turn my sound back on. Okay, first new hat. Bam. Bambalam. Oh, Blue Betty. Bambalam. And then to go with that hat, I got the crayon one too. And then to go with that, I got Steve is proud of me. I also got several shirts of Blues Clues. I want to be wearing them on video. Um, but they're not here yet. They're supposed to be here, I think, by tomorrow. And then I don't know, I've got all kinds of different shirts coming in because I realized a whole lot of my shirts are like they've been painted on and they've had their work shirts and they're all, grungy and nasty. So I got a whole bunch of crazy shirts coming in. Discord. I'm going to go over this, and then if you all can help each other, that would be great. You may have to do some googling. The way your Discord access works is you have to sign up for a Discord account using the same exact email address that you're using for this account that you're on right now. The email address that you're using to access your YouTube membership is the same email that has to be used on Discord. And what happens is when you get into Discord, um, you're going to go into your settings and you're going to connect your YouTube channel or your YouTube account to your Discord account. Again, using the same email, it has to be the same email, and then everything is automatic. You'll see my server will pop up, and if it doesn't, close down Discord and restart it. If it doesn't, again, what I've heard is that there's a glitch out there, and you disconnect your YouTube account from your Discord and then reconnect it again, and that helps. The reason I mentioned Discord is because that's where you can find me. That's where you're going to be able to like contact me and hang out with all of us. I am every day on the voice chat on a webcam. There's a whole bunch of us who go in there and we just hang out and we make perverted jokes and be goofy, and we basically have the mentality of teenagers in there. But where a bunch of us are on webcam, we just a lot of times we will it's super chill. Like we can just sit in there and work and nobody will even talk. We'll just kind of body double with each other. We get more active at night. It's the least amount of pressure I've ever seen in a community because you're not required to talk. You're not required to, there's a lot of people who just sit back and listen and lurk. Um, but even outside the voice chat, even outside of the webcam stuff, there are all kinds of text channels that operate just like this comment section, except we can actually talk back and forth in real time. And um, yeah, it's pretty fun. That's where you can find me, and you can only access that through memberships. Thank you, Huggy. We got all kinds of memberships going on up in this. Oh man. Yeah, there's quite a few of us who have made really Bear Mom, thank you. There's quite a few of us who have made really good friends in there. I don't really talk to people in real life, and so my friendships are online. So it's helped me immensely with my anxiety and even dealing with just daily autism crap. Um, I don't know. It's nice. It's a way that I can connect with people and make actual friends instead of just performing in front of people by cleaning. Oh man. Apologies, but I'm vaping on cam. I'll hide it so you don't get influenced. Whoops, don't get influenced into vaping. Hold on. There you go. So I didn't vape then. You are not influenced. Now my shirt smells like blueberries. I've actually cut my vaping in about half. Sarah, thank you. That is not Bullwinkle on the shirt. That is just a random moose. I found it on Amazon. Sorry, I'm trying to catch up on some comments. Thanks, Beth, for just now becoming a member. No, Beth's been a member for 8 months. I guess that makes you special. All my other members have been members for 9 months or more, even the ones I gifted today. I'm not vaping. That was fog. Oh man, my back is a little bit kinked up, not in the fun way. Um, and I'm hoping I don't get kind of screwed tomorrow whenever I go to that house. Though there's a chance I may go out there after this live and just do as much as I can by myself without lifting anything crazy heavy to injure myself. But yeah, Jason was sick like 2 days ago. He was bedridden sick. It's just a thing that's going around my area. Sue's almost 2 years. Holy crap. Um, yeah, anyway, Jason was, like, bedridden sick, and then today he's up, but he's still coughing, and I'm like, "No, go home and just relax for a bit. I'll talk to you tomorrow. Hopefully, he'll be less coffee." Yeah, if you can hear the bird noises, you could probably also hear my stomach growling. I don't eat until 5. I don't know if that's an autistic thing or if that's a learned thing because I used to be like eat once a day poor when I was growing up. So I got used to eating once a day for many years and then um it just stuck with me. So now I only eat at 5 and I can't even make myself drink or eat lunch. So my stomach just gets weird during the day. Happy birthday, Cindy. Oh man. I'm so tired. I had such a problem waking up. Huggy Bear, thank you. Thank you for showing us all of us different ways to dealing with with our autism. I use filming wrestling, dealing with mine. Yeah, yeah. Um, I've talked to several types of autistic people. I live across from a school of autistic kids, and it's so different from person to person. So I just kind of talk about how to deal with mine, and hopefully it helps people a little bit. I may have missed it, but what happened with the backwards video? Did anybody else see it? Yeah, Michelle, that was posted on April 1st. That was an April Fool's video. Even the title's backwards and the description is backwards. So even the links and everything are done in reverse. Yeah, I may have to get a second cup of coffee. I had a thing where I don't know, couldn't sleep, waking up over and over and over again, and then I was finally like, just get out of bed, dude. Otherwise, you're gonna be in bed until like 4 p.m. How's my album obsession these days? I haven't bought any in a while, but I have filled my whole album collection stand thingy, so I've got a couple hundred. Best Live was less boring, but that's mostly because she did it topless, and then she kept talking about periods and boobs. Yeah, nice donation, Beth. Midwest, I have a lovely family member that suffers greatly with depression and alcoholism. I showed them your channel and I pray they keep watching. It's very accepting, very motivational. Thank you, Jenny. Yeah, hopefully it helps them. I mean, that's one thing I'd like to talk about a little bit more too on the channel, but I don't want to get it too preachy, but is the addiction. Because it took me a long time to overcome many addictions. And it took some help, like some outside help to get rid of it. I quit the actual physical substances on my own, but it took a lot of outside help to get me to figure out how to function daily, dealing with emotions that I used to cover up or medicate with booze. Oh yeah, Dr. Scott, he's pretty awesome. I need to get a hold of him again and do another live with him. That was fun. And Beth and I are going to do a live at some point soon. Again, too, we're going to do another dual live, but we're going to do it on her channel. Also, it feels like my throat's starting to get sore. I'm really hoping I don't have what he had. I'm hoping that it's just physical and he was just faking sick. So I'm hoping it's actually just not physical but mental. And if I'm around somebody who's sick, I will start feeling sick by the end of the day, even if I'm not. And because I have like a psychological rub off. I said rub off. Be right back. I'm going to grab something to drink. Somebody asked me a little bit ago, why not tea? I'm actually making a new pitcher of tea and it's still steeping. One sec. One sec. They call me Dr. Worm. Good morning, how are you? I'm Dr. Worm. Okay. I got a wild cherry Pepsi. Asmongold hates these, but because he doesn't think that cherry should be in Pepsi, but he's wrong. He's wrong and he needs to shut his face. Sonny, I would show you the cats, but the problem is once they're out, um, they run into the living room and crap on the floor. Now, given I do that too, but that's my house. I can do it if I want. So they are designated to the cat mansion and my bedroom. And then I will let them out occasionally to stroll around the house, but pretty much they just like the bedroom and the cat mansion. How old are they now? A little bit over a year. They're 13 or 14 months. 14 months, I think. I would show you the cat mansion, but one, it's on video already. And two, I'm on a webcam, so I can't take you into the other room. See, Beth does hers on a phone because she's stupid, but I do mine on a webcam because I'm awesome. Now, the advantage to being stupid is that you can take your camera into another room with you, but the advantage to webcam is it's just better. It's just more awesome. No live cam for the cat mansion. No, I considered doing it, but they actually more hang out in my bedroom than the cat mansion. The live cam would just basically be them occasionally coming in there to eat and poop. And then they just, I don't know, occasionally lay on the tree, but most of the time they lay on my bed because they think they're humans. Don't bully Beth. I'm not bullying. I'm just spitting facts, son. Facting it up. A live cam for my bedroom. That would be frightening. Oh man, I can't have plants because my cat eats them. So that's one of the reasons that I built them the cat mansion. I have plants everywhere, and the plants that are in my office are toxic to cats. That's why they're in this office. Um, and it is I had to get them in a room that had no plants because they kept eating all of them and then getting sick. I did grow them some cat grass. I've got 2 boxes of cat grass that I bring in there once a day, and that way they can gnaw on those things and be awesome. Good sister, I wish you could clean my place, but we have 11 printers in our living room. Holy crap. And you'd run away screaming, possibly set fire to my home. Thank you for the 10. Yeah, printers I am not a fan of. I'd make them all at the same time print "shut up" so it looks like they're all arguing with each other and screaming at each other to shut up. You you shut up. You shut up. Cat Mansion needs a human hammock for your cat naps. Here's a weird thing about me. I know you're joking and stuff, but I can't take naps. Never have been able to. If I am able to fall asleep for a nap, I will sleep for 8 to 10 hours. Once I'm asleep, my body just says, "All right, you're asleep now, and you're not gonna wake up until a full sleep is done." What are the plants behind me? I can only tell you a couple of them because I don't know the names of all of them. That one is a pothos. It's about 4 feet tall. Um, I was gonna say interesting note, but it's not interesting at all. If somebody says pothos, they're a plant person. If somebody says pothos, they're probably an aquarium person because for some reason both sides pronounce that differently. And pothos is like the designated way that the aquarium people have pronounced it. These over here, there's those 2 things that's got pink on it, the one on the left. I don't know what that is. This is a ponytail plant, but it's coming back out of some death. See where the cats were chewing on it? So I'm bringing that one back to life. It's starting to finally get growth, but that's a ponytail palm. And that one is more pothos. That's called a prayer plant, and it's got these little pink nerve type things in it. And then that one is a something. I don't know. And that one's also the one that was on the other. That's what I call it. Good morning. How are you? I'm Dr. Worm. My back is just a little bit sore. I've been sleeping just a bit weird too. When I have insomnia and naps of any kind are discouraged anyway. Yes, I do believe so. Yeah, I'm trying to trying to figure out if I want to go out there and make an attempt to do something, or if I just want to say screw it and just take the day off and then go out there tomorrow and Friday. Because here's the thing, right? I in last week's video, that was kind of a long video. I actually removed 2 rooms from that video. We did a walk-in closet, and then, that bathroom, that crazy bathroom that I cleaned, um, I removed video of Jason taking out all the trash that was in that bathroom. So the one of the reasons I did is because the video was too long to begin with, and I didn't want a whole bunch of video of us just removing trash. So I still have that I can, I still have that footage that I can use in the upcoming video. Um, and then I've got another big giant walk-in closet that's extremely hoarded. And then an office, and then we start that big, it's like an equipment barn that you can park tractors and stuff into. Um, so I have some stuff that's already filmed. So technically, we could go back tomorrow and the next day, and we could do those final 2 rooms of the house, and then I would have enough to make a full video. Just have my back removed, problem solved. Man, I'm thinking about it. They told me eventually I may have to do surgery, but they also told me, in another session that I likely wouldn't be able to do surgery. So one of the reasons my back is the way it is that I have 2 uncles who like, I'm one of the shortest ones in the family at 6'4". My other uncles are 6'5", 6'6", they're huge dudes. Um, they were throwing all of us kids into the air at a gravel pit. Gravel pit is just where they've dug out gravel, for gravel companies and then filled in the pit with water to make sort of like a man-made lake. So that a bunch of people would go out there swimming all the time. We went out swimming and my uncles were throwing us into the air and then we would dive. And I was, I think, 12 at the time, maybe a tiny bit older. And I was even thinner than I am now. So I was maybe 100 pounds. And so they could throw us really high into the air. They were throwing my brother and my stepsister over this direction, then dive over in this direction. So they threw me up in the air. I dove and I was straight up and down whenever I went in. And it was a sandbar that was only about this deep. It was maybe a foot deep. And I hit head first into the sand. It compressed my spine, jammed my neck. It embedded sand into my scalp. I was picking it out of my actual skin for weeks after that. And my back had never been the same. Somebody said, "Hi, Carla." Is Carla in here? Like YouTube Carla? I'm trying to scroll, but yes, the Carla Project. Awesome. I am going to add Carla as a moderator. I don't need you to do moderation. I just want to be able to see your name stand out whenever you talk. Oh, it's you. So Carla, you are now a mod. Feel free to ban everyone. Yeah, there we go. Okay, cool. Yeah, I just kept up. I caught up on a bunch of your videos last night, Carla. Also, if anybody accidentally gets banned in here, that's Carla's fault. Also, where's Beth? People keep saying Beth stuff, but I haven't seen Beth post in a while. Beth, have you tried resetting your router? That way people can see you easier. Gamer Bubba, thank you. Oh my god, I'm so tired. I need to stop saying how tired I am. I also need to shave a little bit. Not off, but I need to trim this stuff because this is the longest I've let it go for a while, and I'm starting to look a little bit rednecky. April, yeah, April said I see Beth just fine. So there was it's kind of a private joke. Beth was having trouble one day on one of my streams where it was like not connecting. I can't remember what it was. There was some sort of weirdness that went on. And so I started pretending that I couldn't see her, but everyone else could see her. And then I let it go on for a really, really long time. And then I ended up convincing her to phone at one point and then to restart her router at one point. Royal, hello. Yeah, it went on a really long time. And I ended up getting her to reset some stuff in her house. And the whole time I could see her just fine. 1 second. I'm not vaping. I'm not vaping. Oh man. Did you guys hear my stomach growling just then? I don't know if the mic's picking it up or not. I'm trying to figure out what I even want for dinner. Because I'm going to cook tonight, I think. If I'm not going to be out at the house, I'm going to at least cook. Anytime I'm speaking, I'm cooking, son. Deidre, thank you. What else is going on in my life? Divorce papers are almost finalized. I've had a lot of people ask about the divorce. So Emily and I are still very good friends. It's not just that we grew apart; we grew apart personality-wise and personal belief-wise to the point that it just couldn't happen anymore. We were both afraid to tell the other one that it was like we needed to move on, and so we finally talked about it. We both agreed it was what was best, and then I moved into here. This house was originally going to be free housing for victims of domestic violence, and then when the separation happened, I moved in here. Um, Again, still great friends. She comes over to visit. We talk. We help each other out when we need help, and then yeah, where the divorce papers will be finalized. They're writing up the settlement part of it now, and then we just have to sign it, and then go to court to say yes, we agree with this thing, and then we're all done. Um, I am at some point possibly going to still buy another house and then either move into that one and do to that one what I did to this one, and then still use this house for the original plans. Who gets alimony? Emily does. I live in an alimony state, so um but yeah, I don't know. I just wanted to catch you guys up on it. I'm not going to go into big details and stuff like that. There was no tipping point, no problem that arose. It was a long-term thing that we just finally decided we just can't. So is Jason sick? Yes, he is. He's looking better than he did yesterday. He's like 80% better, but I sent him home. He showed up today ready to work, but he was still coughing and stuff. And I'm like, no, you need to go. The baby's doing good. She's also got a slight cold. Like all three of them have colds. Oh, We did find out that they're having a boy. For those of you who didn't know, they had they're pregnant with the second baby. So got Anya, the big sister. The next one will be a boy. Also, I'm not ignoring you, Cozy Mountain. Um, Anybody who hasn't seen it, there's a member in here named Our Cozy Mountain Life, and she's a mod. She just said, "Oh, congrats to Jason." She's got a great channel. If you haven't been to that channel, I would check it out. It's exactly what the title sounds like. Our Cozy Mountain Life. It's super cozy channel, super fun to watch, and it's really really relaxing. I will watch that if I need my brain to like calm down and untangle. Bed says in all caps, her channel is mid at best, but Beth is a lying piece of crap, and so don't listen to what Beth says about really anything. Also, you guys will have to spite watch her day in the life video. I had told her, don't do a day in the life video. Um, those are the kiss of death for any channel. Typically, what it means when somebody does the title, a day in the life, typically what that translates to is I've ran out of content, so I'm going to film myself doing random shit around my house. So it's like, no, you could. So I told her, do the video, do the day in the life, but don't call it a day in a life. Don't put that in the title. If you do a day in the life, you can just cut your traffic by 75%. Yeah, Carla Project says true. Yeah, cleaning RN said I'm currently filming a day in the life video. It's the thing that everybody has. It's like eventually somebody does a day in the life video. I think I've done one myself. Um, it's one of those ideas that pops in your head and it's like, oh, that'd be a cute little video. I could just kind of take my time and do what it's like for me in a day. And then they look at the numbers afterwards and they're like, oh, let's never do that again. It's sort of like whenever somebody does a review of a movie and they always put in that line, here's the good, the bad, and the ugly of what happened in this movie. And it's such a cliche that people hate it. They think they're being clever by doing here's the good, the bad, and the ugly, but really they're doing a really played out cliche. Cleaning RN said, Beth, you are amazing, but also Cleaning RN is a liar and is easily fooled by Beth. Beth is not doing amazing. Beth is doing unamazing. Beth is doing stupid. If you quit interacting with Beth, then I would quit calling you out, but you just can't seem to help it because you're fooled by Beth. You've been conned by Beth. One second, I have to turn around to stretch my leg. Ah, that was a good stretch just then. The Riv, thank you. Ugh, I do rock. I try to rock. Oh, what else do I got going on besides Jason being sick and me needing to get out to that house and my Blues Clues hats? For those of you who didn't see them earlier, I guess I could re-show my Blues Clues hats that I got. That's the first one. Focus in on my Blues Clues hat. I don't want to have to do streamer hand. Okay, that's the first one. Then there's the second one. And then there's the third one. That's probably my favorite one. Do I have any hobbies besides video occasionally, but not as like because of my time is an issue. So I had Stardew Valley 100%ed, then they came out with a 1.6 update, and then I had to 100% it, which I just did last night. I've got $500 million on that farm, and I'm working toward $1 billion farm. Otherwise, once I take a vacation, which I should consider doing soon, um, I'm going to download Expedition 33 and play it for a bit. Otherwise, I like to cook. I like to drive in my car. I've got a nice car. I splurged on a car years ago. Yeah, I don't know. I'm autistic, so I have a ton of hobbies. I do a hobby until I get bored with it or I master it, and then I go to another hobby. What year is my car? It's a 2023 Camaro S. It is silver. It is my midlife crisis car. I told my wife at the time that I wanted a sports car before I turned 50. I got it at age 49, and I baby the crap out of it because I've never owned a nice car in my life. And so I splurged. Couldn't really afford a car like that, but I got it anyway because why not? Yeah, if the audio and video are cutting out, that's it's an internet thing. I haven't gotten my landline hooked up yet. Fuck. All right, I'm gonna have to get off here then. If the audio and video is cutting out, how's it? Can you guys still hear me? Stink bug. Hello. Okay. I've got a problem with internet connections right now. And I've got a landline to run through my attic because I can't move my damn it router where it's setting right now. So I'm going to have to run a landline from it through the attic and then down through here. I've got a 1 gig connection, but it's cable. And right now it's putting out Wi-Fi. I hate Wi-Fi, by the way. I've always hated Wi-Fi. Unstable. It sucks. So I'd always rather have a hardwired connection. So I'm just going to do that. That's what I'll do today. I'll hardwire this. I should probably take my noon pills too soon. I don't have AOL, Beth. Beth has to steal her internet because she's poor. Carmi, Illinois. I used to have family in fact, I still do have family in Carmi. Beth, do you have the link to your GoFundMe for your camera? Beth can't afford a camera, so she begs for money on lives. And if we can help her get one, that would be awesome. Nish. Beth's dad pays for her internet. It wouldn't surprise me. Mac, are you sad to see Barbie go to Spain? No, and the reason is because she was living in one of the most expensive towns to live in the US, and it's not feasible. I mean, she's living in like the heart of New York, and it's like she didn't have one of those she didn't have one of those rents that was so ridiculous that it was unfeasible, but for what she makes on YouTube versus how much you have to spend to live in New York, it wasn't doable. So I'm glad she's going to Spain. I'm hoping that she gets in an area where um, it's more affordable and she can make a living doing the YouTube stuff. But you know, she's the only reason I don't have a problem talking about it is because she doesn't have a problem talking about it. But her YouTube was not making the type of money it needs to make in order for her to live. Yeah, New York just as like a city and a state is just it's really expensive to live in. She is going to keep cleaning, Whitney. In fact, she's already got houses lined up. So it's she's gonna go to Hungary first, and she's already got a bunch of houses lined up there, but she's also got a decent amount of fame in Hungary because that's where she's from. And so they kind of treat her the same way that people in Finland treat Ari Katarina. So she's going to Hungary first. She's going to visit family and friends. They're going to do some houses while she's there, and then she's going to go on to Spain and then start there. Unfortunately, she doesn't speak a word of Spanish, and neither does her boyfriend. So they'll, I mean, it'll be difficult, but I mean, she could do it. If anybody can do it, she can. Yeah, I really hope she can get things going and turned around. But Shirley, thank you. 20 months. You're edging up on 2 years. I'm so sad Ari Katarina is going too. Yeah, it's she's gonna be awesome as a mom, and I'm hoping she comes back eventually. But I mean, the amount of time it takes to do this stuff and the amount of travel that it takes on her part is just insanity. Because here everything is in repression, right? In my area, there's a lot of poverty and there's a lot of depression, and the area is repressed. And so I can most of the houses that I do are within 30 miles of my own house. Um, in the where Ari Katarina is, she's got to do a whole bunch of traveling in order to find these houses to begin with. So like Scrub Daddy would pay for Scrub Daddy and Cini would all right, you have a horn. Thank you. Thank you, train. Please horn more. I'm on a live. So anyway, Cini and Scrub Daddy would pay for her to fly to different places and stuff and take care of all that. Sorry, I'm just going back up. I just saw Kosie's and Beth's conversation. I had to go up and see why she was saying, "Oh my god." Don't scroll back up to see that. Who's moving to Spain? Barbie from Clean with Barbie. Yeah, in fact, she's moving in a few days, actually. Okay, let me stretch my legs real quick. I'm not vaping. Also, there's a stink bug on my door over there. I'm going to go flip it off of here. Idiot. Yeah, we get stink bugs. You just can't keep them out of your house no matter what here. I mean, I live around a bunch of cornfields and stuff. And then we get fake ladybugs and ants, tiny little ants. I think I've gotten rid of most of the ants. A couple stink bugs are left over. I'm ready for them to go away. Go away. Stink bug potatoes and how do I revoke my membership? Yeah, it's the whole Midwest. We all get it at the same time. And it's like there's nothing you can do about it. You just have to let them live here. Oh. Yeah, you can see somebody said I love the Deadpool room. It's awesome. You can see Deadpool's face sticking out, just peeking around the door there. Oh, somebody make me get up and go to that house. I know I can get at least one room bagged up. I don't have to carry the bags out to the dumpster, but I could get them bagged up and put into another room. That way, all we have to do tomorrow is take the bags to the dumpster. Actually, get up and go there in order to do that. I really want to because I don't want to be pushing it tomorrow. What I like to do is I'd like to get it done entirely by tomorrow. That way, I've got all day Friday to get the video done and uploaded. And that way, the video will be done and ready to go on Friday night or Saturday morning. Merch updates after we get the divorce and everything finalized, we will be doing merch. We'll be selling stuff on the store. We'll be selling I think I'm redo the t-shirts and stuff like that. Let me take my meds. I'm stutter steppy with my words. Every time I do that, it means I need to take my meds. I think we're going to redo where we host the t-shirts and mugs and all that stuff, but then we're going to start selling all the um, rags and the ultra fine microfibers and dusters and all that crap. We're going to start that from scratch. Will Emily be involved in selling merch? No. We're going our separate ways. I mean, maritally, we're going our separate ways. We're still really good friends. Wait, is there a med to stop stutter talk? For me, there is. So I take Buspirin and then Lexapro in the morning to help kick it to boost it, and then at noon I take my next dose of Buspirin along with I take a daily tramadol for chronic back pain. And if I start stutter stepping the way I was kind of doing a second ago, and I start needing to find my words and think about things more, I know that I've skipped a dose. And as soon as that kicks in, my brain starts working normally again. So here in the next 10 minutes or so, by the time I'm off this live, I'll be able to speak normally. You want a Team Filth shirt? We do have a Team Filth shirt. Raw dog life. That's about the only way to do it. Cat, yeah, that's wild cherry Pepsi, and the only I don't even drink pop very much, but I drink that and then strawberries and cream Dr. Pepper. That's probably my favorite one. I'm just out of them right now. Mac, how's your grandbaby? She's a little bit sick. She's got a bit of a cold, but she's doing good. Then they just found out they're having a boy, and the boy is due sometime around when Anya was born. So they're going to have 2 October babies. Trying to figure out if that's dirt or just a place I need to shave, and it's just a place I need to shave. Will I be shipping worldwide? Should be. So the way I'm thinking we're going to try this on Amazon because Amazon just has the best shipping, and it's a place where I can package up the stuff that I want to sell, ship to Amazon warehouses, and then let them take care of the rest. If there's a problem with the order, they deal with it, and I don't have to deal with it because there's no way that I've got time to like manage a store. There's no way, and so I'm probably going to go Amazon for everything. I will have to figure out how to do T-shirts through them because I kind of want a print on demand sort of deal. But yeah, there's zero chance that I can run an entire store full of all kinds of stuff and then also do all the cleaning and the video editing and narration and content or comment moderation and social moderation and then Discord. There's I spend a lot of time doing what I do. Do I have a PO box? No. Emily got one at one point, and I told her to cancel it because I don't accept gifts from people. I've had a lot of people ask, but I just don't. I'm too nervous about people being able to send me stuff. It's just that may be a part of my autism, but I appreciate the thought more than I appreciate the gift. What kind of editing software do I use? I use Adobe Premiere Pro, and that's mainly just because I know how to use it. At some point, I want to switch to DaVinci Resolve, but that's got a learning curve to it. So I'm just using what I know for right now. Yeah, I'm talking to another friend of mine who's a big YouTuber, a really big YouTuber, and they may be hooking me up with a an agent who can help me with some of the monetary stuff and some of the merchandising and stuff like that. I may end up having to do sponsors at some point in the near future because I do live in an alimony state, and that's going to take like a third of my income, up to 40% of my income. But I won't do sponsors unless there's stuff that I actually like and I actually use. Um, and I'm not going to do them if they're annoying. So like they're it's going to have to be something that I like, I trust, I would genuinely recommend, and will let me do sponsorships my way and not be, I don't know, doing the dumb corporate speak. I hate doing that. It's got fresh scent technology. No, it doesn't. There's no such thing as fresh scent technology. I'm not using your dumb corporate fresh scent technology phrase. That's something that somebody in a marketing department who faked their way into their job came up with. How's Thug doing? She's doing great. She got her first apartment. In fact, that may be something I do today. I have to go over that direction anyway. I may stop in and see her new place. Maybe Mr. Clean will sponsor me for Clean Freak. That would be the ultimate because I use it anyway. And I already trust it. I already recommend it. I mean, I could go to them and say, hey, I'm looking for a sponsorship for cleaning supplies. I already use Mr. Clean, but I'm thinking of switching to Zep. What do you think? What do you think? Better help? No. Have I ever contacted Mr. Clean? I have back when I was first starting to grow, and they sent me like a bunch of gift boxes and stuff. But I haven't talked to them about sponsorships. I would need a an agent for something like that. Okay, we are over an hour, and I desperately have to pee. So I gotta get off here. I think I'm gonna go out to that house and start, doing a little bit of cleaning. I can't it's gonna drive me nuts if I don't actually get out there and do something. I can't sit around the house and just waste away the day like Beth does. I have to actually get up and do things like a normal human. But all right, thanks for hanging out with me. And I will see you guys on hopefully Saturday. And again, look up the Discord stuff because that's the easiest place to hang out with us. So I'll see you guys later. Thanks for hanging out. Now where's my button? Beth, where's the kill button? Here it is.